Alright, let's go. Return of reverse pick hosted by the practice squadron to the losers round 5 now. Right, this is Argh versus T90. The winner gets to play Nili. So, that could be a very, very important grudge match. Battle of the casters, but T90 is going to have to earn the right to get there. And we've got Volcanic Island, game number 1. Not a map you see in tournaments a lot, and if I zoom out, you'll see why. It's not exactly... What's the adjective? What's the descriptive I'm looking for? Maybe someone in chat can help me out here. How would you... What words would you use to describe a volcanic island? I can maybe describe how it looks. We got pockets of water on the outside with some fish. The shallows in the land block it off. We have a big blob of wood in the middle, which is also elevated. We got some gold here, the stones on the outside. It's not particularly enjoyable to play, let's put it that way. Pac-Man is eating T90. It does actually look a little bit like Pac-Man, and there's only 37,000 wood. Oh, hang on, I'm not getting them all double clicked. That would not be a lot. There's only 80,000 wood in the middle, which is actually not all that much. But I've seen a few different approaches to it. There is good fish on the outside, and I think the major issue here with the fish is it's so hard to do damage. Because they can just safe dock in the back, and you really can't do too much about it. You either have to make a dock forward, you're going to have to risk making an army to clear that up, they can go for demos. I think this part of the map is really, really bad for competitive balance. This free fish seems like kind of shit, to be honest. You can see Argh has went for the dock. T90 is going to try and go forwards and going to try and go very aggressive here because he is up already. I think he's going to have to try and make something happen. If you don't go for the dock, that's probably what you're going to have to do. T90 is going to add 2 militia, right? I'd be very surprised if T90 didn't add 2. $21 too late. I think because he's going for militia. Probably... Okay, well, he is sending bells forwards, so he is going to go for a tower or 2. What does he see in terms of gold? So he sees gold at the front, sees the berries here. Obviously didn't see a dock, sorry, didn't see a mill, so he probably guessed on a dock. Does have the gold in the back. And I like first tower on the wood, because if you get pushed off of your wood, you're kind of fucked. He's got 4 militia here. Could be able to click Man at Arms, also has a scout. Just tower the wood line. With these amount of militia, it's going to be really hard to engage. And the scout's forward from Argh. Can't get involved. He's pulling the villagers. And I think his game with running ended up a little bit like this as well. And the gloves are on, guys. The gloves are on, and Argh is sending a lot of elves. The militia aren't engaging at the moment. Just thinks wants to get man at arms here. And once there's 3 man at arms, 4th one coming over, send the Vil back in. They are getting some work done, and Argh is in absolute shambles at the moment. Vil just going down. 1 and 2. Man at arm does go down. Is that another... Okay, another man at arm for T90. Villagers are boxing over here though. Man at arm coming back over. 1 villager does go down. Eco lead has evened up. So not terrible for T90 by any means. He has got proper good damage there. And here's a range fall up behind it as well. Real wheelbarrow is also sick. You're gonna go boxing. And it's double range from Argh. Jeez. Double range. So 1 archer being added. Did he see the double range? Actually doesn't know that it's 2. Okay. Of course, Dravidians get the extra wood. Just gonna try and mass numbers first before investing into the blacksmith. Didn't get a tower up. Obviously, getting the second tower is difficult because it's still on the outside. I think T90 has to tower the gold now. Good fucking day, mate. Thank you. T90, just gonna be making some skirmishers. You probably ideally want to hug the hill as best as you can. Comes blacksmith now. Argh is gonna get good numbers up, and yeah, I think he has to tower this. Still has a stolen. Blacksmith coming up now as well. Collection gonna come in, and the timing could be brutal. Yeah, you will see a lot of micro up and down this hill on this map. Even Argh going on to skirms himself, and he's got 4 fish behind us, so it's kind of nice. T90 just trying to delay as much as he can. No betax. He's not even got betax, guys. Not a race start. That's a fledgling now. I think the Argh numbers will get pushed back. No bitax is not great. Argh is getting housed up. Hard to keep up with all its production. He did take 6 fills in the end. We'll be happy with. Can he whittle down the archer numbers here? Sending 2 archers forward. More villagers moving over. You can see he's kind of overcompensating because he's not got bitax. Skirmishers trying to make their mind up to archers going forward. I was at a wedding recently, and the place was called Bad Axe. That was the name of the place in Michigan. Bad Axe. Like, what? And the 2 archers are on berries here. Could be a pretty easy clear up for Argh. Axe, yeah. The villagers and the tower already, so we'll chip off quite a bit of HP there. I do like that when players do that, anticipating that the archers, the skirms, whatever unit's going to be, is just going to come in the tower range. Have the villagers in there, take a few seconds of idle time. And then he's even gonna add table. Seeing the skirmisher numbers. He's on pure skirm himself. Added a few archers in. Archers that went forward, having to run away now. Let's check the food count. T90's still leading in the food, guys, despite the 4 extra fish for Argh. It does get inefficient quite fast. And he has Vikings, in fairness, and 3 wheelbarrow is nice. But these farms are going to be running out fast. Doesn't have horsecollar. Like I said, he's got 19 villagers on wood, so he's having to overcompensate for not having bitax. And the army numbers are starting to look a little bit scary. Starting to look a little bit scary for Argh. Especially if he gets the castle age. T90 can't tower his wood, guys. And it's really difficult to go for a second tower if you need to. This map can really easily snowball once you get the numbers, and Argh went for the double range. Only 1 range for T90. T90 should just win the game. Man, that is that's impressive coaching, Fran. It's just losing too many numbers. Look at this. Skirmishers in the front, archers in the back. Towers not even being garrisoned. Not looking good for the Yank, despite having a 5 Elder lead. 29-9 on the military side. Elder's going down on the wood line. Has to reposition again. Skirmishers are actually just denying the gold this full moment. Argh might be a few vills behind, but he's still getting the job done. Looks like the archers did try and loop around. The Arghs could double range and defense enemy. The scouts are coming over. Okay. Needs like, I don't know, 14 skirmishers at this point. He needs quite a few. Well, if he can actually surround the skirms at this point, you could actually chip off quite a few of them. Because he wouldn't be able to move anywhere. Scouts are trying to work around on the other side. Gold isn't towered. Argh could do that if he wanted to. You do have 2 gold spots. Still trying to break in here, but T90's not going to get housed anytime soon. He's got 40 housing spot and clearance. Starting to sell, thinking about castle age. You can see Argh's doing the same thing, but no blacksmith. Okay. Still trying to make something happen over this side. Does Argh respond? Okay, skirmishers moving back out. I think both players are going to get up to castle age at similar time here. But don't get baited into the archers. Okay, buys a stone, so it kind of delays us as well. So it's protecting this point of the wall, right? I guess if you stop them coming in from this angle, you kind of protect here, but they could rotate round all the way to the right, but it just takes so long to get there, so I can see it. And I love that T90's going forward. So he's active in the north with his 3 archers, he's coming the other side. He has more scouts, he has a few more archers, and Argh's going to react and come back after seeing the tower. Might try and just rotate round to the left, but you know, it does take time to get all the way there. There's a tower. Maybe T90 can do some damage in 45 seconds behind on the uptime, but Argh's already got an army coming around to the top side as well. T90's already re-towering. Nice. And he's not going to be able to add TCs straight off the bat, that's for sure. Still hasn't noticed Spitax scan. But he's going to notice it in Castle Age once he goes to get Bosa, and he's like, oh shoot. Forgot about that. It's going to have to open Siege Workshop, just with the absolute massive numbers here. Would prefer to see Argh being a little bit more active, but maybe doesn't want to take any risks. But what if this army is weak? So one mangonel shot could clear up a lot of it. I love the T90 still being like active. He's actually 8 vills ahead. That will come back down to 6 or so in a sec. Thanks to the follow effort, much appreciated. Waiting for Nikov to pop in. You might be waiting a while. And gonna dive in the tower. Can we get some more hits? 25 seconds away, and we are just like chipping away on the health. This tower doesn't really protect the gold that much, but from this angle it's better. But Bodkin crossbows in now. They'll just working with different angles, but yeah, like I said, thanks to the Siege Workshop, really need to go for it. Duke, thanks for the follow as well, much appreciated. Things looking really rough. It needs a couple of like hero mango shots for sure. You can see Argh gets the extra wood. Look how much extra wood he has. 1 TC being added on the gold, 1 TC being added on the wood. He's still got a decent farm count. Has the fish working away, could turn them into fish traps. T90 is in a really rough spot, and he's double stable as Vikings. Alright, so if you're thinking you never see double stable from Vikings, there's a reason for that, guys. You top out his second armor, you don't get bloodlines, no husbandry if I remember right. Thanks for the good work, Nations Cup. Oh, it's appreciated. So Light Cab is in on this side. Keeping this army at home at least, making sure Argh defends. And we get a good mango shot here, and we'll be able to see this. Can Argh see the mangonel yet, though? Yeah. Should be able to track the army in the north. Archers are coming home, though. Guys get a big shot. Guys get a big shot. And like I said, so many of these units are weak. And if you go down here, you're also going to receive a downhill shot. That's kind of like step one for T90. That's a good first hit. But he's still 2 TCs behind. Eco difference is going to start to grow. Now you just adding in some crossbows. Needs to go to the stone on the outside. That's the only place you get stone on Volcanic Island. Should be able to see the army coming. Argh. Should see the mangonel. Should see the mangonel. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Don't get me wrong, like, T90 is still far, he's going to be far behind in eco, guys. But that's certainly what he needed. And now he's going to have to try and do some counter damage as well. I wonder if he tries to come forward now. Like with a siege workshop, like a forward siege. He's going to have to make something happen. Get bow saw now. They'll get 20 crossbows here. 13 for T90. Defensive mango. Well, whipping around with a knight and the mangonel. Okay. Gonna pull back in the meantime. The eco difference. It's 5 not long ago. Now it's 12. White Cav are gonna die. Monk's trying to convert the mangonel. Should be okay if it goes. Oh, he takes a knight in there as well. Not a huge fan of that. Just have the light cav in. You know there's monks in the monastery there. Losing the knight is a little bit rough. And where did the other knight go? Maybe lost it to the TC, and now the mangon. I think they got to save the mangonel now. Don't know how this chat operates. Largely unmoderated, unless somebody says something really bad. T90 needs to go all in military here. Okay, he at least gets another couple of L's. But I don't like the mangonel just going around himself. Let's have enough on our TC now. 14 villagers behind. Argh. The same thing, a little bit unprotected. It's gonna pick off the monks. Should pick off the mangonel as well. Definitely gonna pick off the monks. White Cav have pretty good pierce armor too, so they'll do a good job of picking off any reinforcements. I love the vision that T90 has. Like, the White Cav, just make sure you see so much. So yeah, if you've not seen any games from Return to the Reverse Fix so far, it's hosted in the Practice Discord, Practice Squad Discord. Health damage should be good here, but I think T90 is going to lose. Can I get one more hit? Like a $400 tournament now. T90 trying to take some tournaments a little bit more serious. Okay, an RTC on the gold, lovely. Feels like he's stabilizing because the idle TC from Argh is going up and up and up. When the White Cav raid in the stone, and he also took care of the fishing ships. Great job. Actually making use of the light cav, and mobility is so important on this map because you can go from different angles. You can go from north, you can go to the south. So yeah, if you end up playing into Expo, guys, it's really difficult. I feel like you need to lock down one side with like TCs, maybe a Siege Workshop, and you've got to try and funnel your attack through one side. And Argh's not really done this on that side. Let's have the health damage. I'd love to see a forward villager just for repairs. Still one mango. Has a vill lead. T90 has a vill lead. And actually, Argh's done a really bad job of expanding his farm count. Look at his wood count. 1,200 wood. Look at the resources being spent by T90. The difference is huge. I think Argh's really struggling with the multitasking in this game because that is just so much wood, guys. That's an unbelievable amount of wood, and Argh's into 17 army. Mangonel chapping on the door. Light cap coming from both angles now. Wouldn't mind second armor for them, in all honesty. Kind of getting our big hit. Which will just help them dive under this area. And even the tower coming up now, loving the map awareness from Tristan. He done such good damage in early feudal with the man at arms. Maybe he didn't get the tower up, was a little bit of a throw, which is my goal now. But the way feudal age early castle was really rough for him, and he's came back into the game beautifully. Yep, tower goes up here. You have to shift the full wood line. T90 would have like full wood control. Honestly, a tower here and a tower here, and like Argh can't really do anything about it. Argh on to multiple ranges now though. He's on to 4, so he can shit out these crossbows as quick as he can. T90 not making anything. He's saving for Imp. Wants a castle too. 4 ranges coming in. Does get another good shot. Doesn't get another one, no. Does click Imp now. Argh not anywhere close. So I think when you do click Imp, guys, you do want to be careful. You don't want to toss numbers. You should be a little bit more cautious. You do want to upgrade these bad boys, especially your gold army. Okay, bags off in the meantime. Splits, beautiful. Argh finally slamming down some farms. Is T90 to get one more big hit? Oh jeez. Really tough spot to micro the crossbows in between the gold and the monastery, but Argh's crossbow micro's not been on point, let's say that. And the difference now in economy is just massive. Oh, jeez. There's a castle, so it's talking about having a tower here. You can have a tower there. Why make a tower when you can make a castle? And T90 with a really nice comeback in that one. Got some good early damage with the man at arms. Where are they? This point of the game. Brings it back. This man at 19, maybe a little bit more. Look at the army Argh has. The load of archers and the load of skirms. Doesn't really do too much of it. T90. The castle age for so long. Where's the mango shot, guys? Where is the mango shot? And like that just made so many more of the army weak. Let's go. T90 in the blue, beautiful stuff. Did you know you can buy 12 kilograms of jelly beans for only $62? What brand are they? What brand are they? T90 going straight forward and looking for some food. Going for some layman. I was disgusted when I went on Amazon there. They typed in Haribo, rhubarb and custard. These are like UK sweeties. UK candy. And it was like, for the small tub, I don't know, like a small tub, like $70. Fuck me, man. You go know what I'm talking about. I think Kansky's British as well. Rhubarb and custard? Yeah, they're like... Type in Haribo, rhubarb and custard to Amazon Prime. They're like soft. They're so fucking good, man. They're super addictive. Sometimes I buy like a random tub of them back home. Smash them. Hey, so fridge is cranky. That's right, yeah. Gotcha. +1, yes, love it. Rhubarb is wasted if not in a pie. Do you know rhubarb is a vegetable? You know rhubarb is a vegetable? swear I didn't just make that up. Why is there some big trees in here and the other ones are not? Huh? You're almost there? What is going on? Yeah, we used to have a lot of, and T90 is actually going for the lame toxic. Just have the hill here. Yeah, it's gonna be a failed lame. Or it's gonna go back. Birch, please. If you ever get like a map with full birch, it's very frustrating. Now, the last time I saw T90 play this map, he went up super quick, and you are getting the very fast fish. I'm gonna say the very fish income, the very fast fish income. Right underneath the TC. Farming is very awkward in Feudal Age, as you don't have the safe space. You do see a lot of Khmer and like the Empire Wars. It's usually the go-to Civ. So with this Civ format, where you shouldn't see any top civs. And you do have fish in the middle, so it's always nice to have a dock economy, having the map control, having to respect that. You could have demos coming out. Both the players go for here. All about safe spaces now. Yeah, I was in Portland for a bit, right? So, all about safe spaces in Portland for sure. But now in the Midwest. Wonder victory or riot? I don't think T90 is going to take that risk. Like I said, last time I seen him play this, he went up super early, and he's up much earlier than Argh. And did he do something similar? Just forget water, like he done Volcanic Island, and just go for a land pressure? Let's see, there is a lot of fish in the middle here, but Argh is also not adding a dock. At least he knows he's Burmese, versus Burmese in Game Freak. True. That is true, that's a good point. So the tournament rules do state you have to play the Stolen Civ. Or Game 4. Yeah, this is best of 3. The best of 3. It has Lim. Scout HP's been traded, so all good. Should just be a range opening here from T90. With Vietnamese. Raw have a good feudal age, have the extra HP on the archers, which are super nice. Gold is relatively safe in the back here, so if he does get breached, you can just put a tower up there. Gold for Argh is a little bit more troublesome. Honestly, his secondary goals are not great. So maybe I have to tower this himself, but Barracks is up. Let's see what he does open. Gonna be stable from Tristan to start us off. Okay, he's not on gold yet. Stable from Argh as well. We do have a potential Nili versus T90 in the next round, which would be a lot of fun to watch. So he's going to open stable, then go to dock. That's how you do it in RM, guys. You're just going to have to wall up behind the back here. Does have 2 spears out. The weakened scout is coming forward, just going to have a little look around. Well, confirm the stable himself. Yep, good job. Moves back. Gonna send the spearman forward to the stable. No, but this is really nice. He's gonna have the extra economy coming in now. That pond in the middle. This is a good proactive start for T90, it's got to be said. Like the farm, I think it got deleted just in time. Spearman here, spear on spear action for the meantime. Other scouts are moving forward from Argh, so he's not too concerned at the moment. I'm just going to use some spearman defense in the meantime, but he's not going to have a dock in the middle. There's 2 villagers there, there's a fishing ship there, second one on the way. Economy at home for Tiny is relatively safe right now. Power of scouts is mobility, right? So you can always move around. He's doing the exact same thing on the other side. 3 scouts here. 5 damage each. One does go down pretty quickly. Forcing some idle time at the very least. And does take a Vel, but both of those scouts will go down. 3 scouts also going to be in on T90 now. And there's no defensive spears here. There is one at the TP. Villager exposed. Yep, should go down. 3 fishing ships in the queue. T90 now. Careful. Argh thinking about the farm snipe. Decides not to in the end. More walls coming up at the front. He's not far away from being fully walled. The issue is you can always just dive under the TC in Frigid Lake because the villagers are not farming there. T90 is using the wood. Doesn't look terrible for Argh right now, but the fact he's not on the water is a little bit questionable. 4 fishing ships in the queue. I wouldn't mind just seeing a dock, a galley to try and prevent a dock coming up from Argh. He has the gold for it, you know. Okay, here comes the range. Ethan moves over to gold now. All these stragglers are pretty much used up. Argh going for some strange walls here, but I don't know how much he sees. Doesn't have the vision here. Probably the wall there would be better, but it's not terrible. Do you know he's not dogged? Oh yeah, he knows it for sure. He has the spearman here. He's had the scout here. He wouldn't have added so many fish if he didn't know. I think at this point, when you've added 6 fishing ships in, you could, in theory, sneak a dog somewhere if you're Argh. It's unlikely, but look at the vision he has now. Like, a dog could be getting sneaked here. The galley's always the best way to prevent it. But at this point, there's nothing you're really protecting apart from the odd spearman. Now, you can move the fish into the middle. He does have 2 villagers here as well. You always have somewhere to run back to if you're a ship in this instance. I think you just want to make sure that Argh doesn't get onto water. He's sending the scouts here now. Sending the spears. Spears also get bonus against fish. On all ships. Nothing to defend in the meantime, and T90's going to double down. Range is up. Not making anything at the moment. Double mining camp in the back. Economy is looking really good. +7 for T90. Spearman here. Fishing ships have been whittled down in HP, but none of them are dying yet. He's going to be fully walled at home. This villager's coming forward. Maybe clicked the wrong one. Argh going to be clicking up really soon. Blacksmith on the way. There's a really nice safe base now. One fishing ship does go down. Let's take a look at the eco difference on the eco though. Actually, the food is very similar. Like, T90's only just ahead, despite having all of that extra fish. He's only got 4 farms at home. Argh has a really nice economy working. He's got 15 farms. Like, a few of them are idle now. Let's have an advantage to Castle Age here. Spearman gonna pick off another one. That bonus damage is huge. I'd love to see CA from Vietnamese. Very unlikely. So important to have the extra damage. Trying to run away out to the outside. You're going to get backed into the corner. New fire galley's coming over. A lot of HP has been chipped off here. And 3 archers coming forward with 3 spearmen. Should be relatively safe, and it's only stable from Argh at the moment. It's kind of awkward for Hindustani's, right? What are you going to make in Castle Age? You're going to make knights? Don't think so. You're gonna make camels? Ooh, scary. I'm not making knights. There is going to be a time difference here. Okay, does have a decent eco-lead wood lines. Look, kind of shit for him. See if Argh adds TCs. I would like to see TC at the front here, maybe on the gold. Could argue one on this side, maybe the wood line here. Get onto light cab if he can, when he can afford it. Go on. Go on and make a lot of sense in the long term, but I don't think you want to nuke your eco to get there. And can open monastery. There's a light cab. Is this arena? Are we playing arena right now? Okay, there's a demo. Army numbers looking good for T90. 9 archers on the field. Can be able to afford the upgrades when he gets there. Working fish. Farms are getting dropped. There's a second TC on the gold. Knight versus Golem. You're not worried about Vietnamese adding knights. Unlikely. You don't have to respect the middle now with the military there. The demo there looks like he's gonna try and bait. You don't want to make knights and to understand his enemy, guys. That would be what do we call asking for trouble? Not too many. Like a monastery's up already. Argh isn't gonna get that defensive siege up. Does need to be careful. He's trying to get in on the other side with the light camp. Not gonna work, I'm afraid. Needs to abandon that siege workshop. And a really nice demo from T90. Look at that. Look at the HP gone on the light cap now as well. And he's on 2 TCs himself. More farms getting dropped. You can probably turn this into a pretty solid pike siege push. It's time for Argh to get like a big mangonel shot. It's gonna have to be his turn. Let's have the villagers in this TC. He decides not to. The villagers are coming back. Light cap are still here. A little bit more gold. When you see the monastery, right? You gotta know there's monks. White cab, pathing right back through the middle, not ideal. When you've invested in the siege workshop now, why not just try and quickly get it up? Send the knight back. Still no sign of a mangonel. Only just been clicked in. Argh isn't falling behind in eco too much. Doesn't have a lot of map control though. The army's moved off to workshop and just gonna re-wall. If he goes for an RTC, can't really TC the goal. We could delete the wall and TC there. Might go for that. Hindustanis are pretty sick for booming. I think that's what I would do. Could argue here to protect a little bit. Gold, too important in the long term. Look at the demos in the middle. It finally has Fletching. Minute 27. Burton the pikeman's really nice when you're going for light cap yourself. Yeah, gonna TC the wood line here, just kind of protects that flank a little bit. We're gonna go for 4 TC, definitely in front of the gold here. And per TC being dropped by T90 as well. Market 2. Eco is pretty solid for both of these civs. And the Stannies, the cheap bells. Obviously, the eco upgrades for Vietnamese not costing any wood is nice, especially when you have like wood of farms dropped and you're going for crossbows. You will be floating some food. What demos are threatening? Is the food collected still even? Let's check. Gonna go in the middle. Actually, +8. Plus 800 for Argh. His farm numbers have been much more solid for the game. Maybe the second dock was overkill. I don't think the demo got a good shot. Alt S. No, that changes the scoreboard, right? The defensive castle. Definitely some reason for concern. Economy difference has evened up. I do like the double walls on either side, so the eco at home should be pretty damn safe. We might go for a counter attack now, and the eco is nowhere near as safe for Argh. I think he's seen the castle now, right? Yep. Fish. Still have a few to fill up. I think they have a mangonel at home. Everything's going forward, trying to break in here. He does have 3, but where's the other one? Okay, he does have a mangonel at home. He needs to be able to defend us. Tristan, not very confident trying to break in now. And honestly, maybe even a bit of an underreaction here from T90 in the north. The White Cap are going to be in. We just chip away on these houses here, and he might have to go home. He's in 2 minds what to do. RTC and the gold out on the other side. Just open up this area, you're going to be able to get right into the economy here, and he is making some pikemen to help defend. University coming up. Argh thinking about Imp. Also heavy on stone. Wants to get the golem here. Let's back off. Good job. White Caver in. Okay, great shots for the mangonels. Any badly getting housed. 133 over 125. He's not clutch quick walls as well. Nothing going on with these crossbows at the bottom. Decided to go forward. Risk finding some damage. Hasn't found anything with them in the last few minutes. And they might just come with a forward castle here, guys. Argh still hasn't clicked up. Still hasn't clicked. And look at the many villagers he's sending, man. 21 vills. Shambles in the back of his base. That's a beautiful castle. Crossbows rotating round. Argh, click up. Why is he not clicked up yet? Not making it. Does he think he's clicked up? He must think he's clicked up, right? What the hell happened there? Now we need a castle in response. So White Cap are still in. Second building? Nah, he had a monastery and he had a siege workshop for like the last over 10 minutes. He definitely had the buildings. T90's not close to clicking up. He's got a lot of idle eco in the back now as well. I'm gonna go for the castle back here. Okay, should be fine. Crab can be able to move forward. This can protect your right flank as well. Could be a bit of stone wall in here as well. 15 villagers idle all this time is not great for T90. He's just so far away from Imp. Look at his res. Look at his res. Back onto the gold here. You do want to be making trips as well if you're Argh. Maybe could go for some elephants to help out here. Needs to find damage though. Kinda surprised he's not diving, but I guess his TC has been idle most of the time. The villagers did get popped out. Okay. Eco for Argh is just insane at this point. My understandings are just such a nice stuff to boom up with. Crossbows, okay. Wasn't sure if they went in the castle there. Argh could go imp again, yeah. His res bank was kind of like similar in game 1. But he's going to be making use of it in game 2 for sure. Get a lot of value from this in the back. Splitting the attention. I think T90 doesn't even know the castle's there. It's huge. That's great. Easily go for a second castle. Would have loved to already see it in the left-hand side here. Just walk down this area. Especially for the gold. Why does he hate pikemen? He made a decent amount of pikemen, but he's also added some knights as well. You're just gonna send the mango. Doesn't want to overreact. Golem should just be able to take out the mangonel easy enough as well. Second armor's in. Red coming over. Going for chemistry. This is overchopped, I don't know. But just gonna send the golems, yeah. Makes a lot of sense as well. Get what you can with the mangonel. If that doesn't succeed, the golems will shred all. T90 doesn't know where the castle is exactly, but sees a trap and can have a decent idea where. There's a castle on the left-hand side. Great attack round. Great attack round, and that's fine. Don't nuke your own units now. The golem should do enough. Second trap is out. T90's eco not looking great, but he's probably just gonna go full castle age now. Fletching's gonna be nice. For the castle should be fine here, and all the crossbows outside do look like they die. Still has this army in the middle on the water. First castle, or the second castle that was actually built, should go down. Honestly, it's like we've got double stable for Argh. Very easy for him to just mix in a few camels at this point. Gold being denied, but we've got fledging. Might even prioritize Bodkin. Not looking good for our American here. It's not like he can just rotate around the left-hand side and find damage. He's going to try and brutalize his way into the middle. Krebs need to re-engage. Yeah, game 3 is looking likely, and the Gulams come over and the Rantans falling down. Eco is still really good for both. The Argh has all the timing. Argh has all the momentum at the moment. Here comes the camels. Nice, get a few kills. And a lot of this is unprotected. He is diving for the trebs. Treb numbers do go down. T90 has to do a lot of damage. Stables only just coming up. There's only a few knights in the back. Treb's getting repaired. Like 6 on gold. Not ideal, trying to get on the other side. Knights are going to lose some HP, but it's not completely walled up. As I said, it has to be stone walled. Bomber cannon's going to be out. Ballistic's going to help. Argh is losing villagers, but killing Hindustani villagers certainly got a lot less value than killing someone else. I'll get 35, plus 30, plus 40 and food and wood. Argh, please react. Handcart is on, it's over, yeah. Castle's gonna go down. And he should just be able to push up to the right hand side here and not have to worry about it too much. The demos do get dealt with. Voices a few golems, of course. Oh, the end of the world. And now, for Argh, we've got to go forward. We got to push. 16 camels already, just so easy when you open stable. Take a few camels, you know. Might snipe all these farms if he's lucky. snipe them all. Doink. 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 You need to invest in like all of the Castle Age eco upgrades, man. Camels are chasing in the back now. Rebs are moving forward. He has 2, only 1 bomber cannon. Camels on the left hand side. Argh is getting pop camped. You know, you should just be heavily outgunned at this point. Doesn't even, but even if you snipe them, you're making sure your opponent is replacing them as well. Not so much, it's not just the wood, it's the fact that they have to redo them. The attention. T90 is just heavily outgunned at this point. Full Castle Age against Hindustanis when you're Vietnamese probably isn't possible, I'm afraid. He's going to try and tech into pikemen now. Hindustanis already have chemistry, can just go for some hand cannons. Heavy camel, golem, might even just be enough. I'm going to buy the forward castle, the last 100 stone. Looks like we are stone walled up. Eco's going to be really safe. T90 has the pop lead. The pop is just not as good. It's not as good, I'm afraid. Castle is being pushed. We're going to be going to a game 3. 100%. And just like that, sounds like T90 was listening to me. GG called. Argh the Pole taking game 2. We got a game 3 here. Winner plays Nili, and the next round of the losers bracket. Take a look at the eco. Hindustani's eco is just sick. It really is. T90 ended up picking Sicilians, and he's in his usual blue here. This was the first civ that Argh gave him. It was reverse pick, so technically Sicilians should be the weakest in their draft. And they've not got a very good win rate, Sicilians in this tourney. They're getting picked pretty much every series, and the win rate is extremely low, if I remember correctly. We got Burmese from Argh in the red. Both players in their country crawlers, in fairness. T90 in the blue and Argh in the red, being a pole. And Burmese, one of the lowest win rate civs in Arabia, if I remember right. They are still fucking pog. Make Burmese great again. I really enjoyed watching a lot of Burmese Nations Cup because the Iron Bite. So amazing. I don't know what Argh does here. 2 kind of awkward civs to play. Sicilians early game have huge amounts going for them, but the double count on the farms once you get the upgrades is nice. The less damage on the bonus damage is nice. That game kind of weird. Probably want to add economy for the TCs. The farm's rolling, but it does take time. For me, is to get the wood upgrades for free, which is really nice. Our archer line doesn't even get second armor, so archer's not something you'll usually see from them. Could go for monks and Castle Age, but on lowlands you'll see that all the extra res is in the middle. You have stone, you have gold, you have more pieces of gear, more wood. Killing off the starting base can be really hard because of this huge hill. Very much like Acropolis. And it can get very campy, to say the least. Very, very campy. I'm at 4 and T90 is already walling. Well, barely. Should just be very much like a standard-ish opening. Not a lot of gold in the starting base, so you do need to expand into most. You just can't camp up here the field. It would certainly help to have good trash on a map like this. Would certainly help. And you should be able to wall up without too many issues. Can just wall here, wall in. North side of his TC is a little bit awkward. Both of the golds could be poor. Might want to wall just in front of the wood. Make sure the max range is there. Gold. Argh should have a really safe gold. Can just wall here, wall to the edge. Wall in between, wall in front. Argh space is a lot simpler to wall, but this open vastness to the north of T90 space could be a little bit awkward. He might think he wants to go a little bit more on the aggressive side, playing a little bit more proactive, and Argh should be able to defend pretty nicely though. This is the thing. At this level, if someone's walled up like this, it's gonna be hard to find damage. Argh sees his base really well. He has to scout forward as well. He doesn't see how open it is in the north yet. T90. Not moved over yet, he's just on the way, minute 7. Could get a hit or two on his scout. T90's up though. 20 pop. Argh might play this a little bit greedy. Yep, 21. Ball's coming up to the south. Does do it in front of the wood line. That's the smartest wall he can do, so well done. Still, this is going to be a problem. I think secure this gold. You probably have to wall, like, maybe into TC. Taking his wood line's kind of awkward, though. Could maybe wall there and then, or wall from here to end and wall to the side. Argh just has such a perfect base. Not a lot of gold. It's only 1600, but it's just really nice. Like just one tower could be brutal here. Two Militia Drush. Straight out of the King of the Desert playbook. Who's T90 gonna go for? Range on the north side. Good to have the production buildings next to the gold. Makes it a bit easier to defend. Argh a little bit sloppy with the scout. I'm just gonna lose it now. Won't be a lot of arms coming in. Of course, it's two militia, and it's not gonna find too much on the south side. T90's already pre-walling it up. Does Argh just add eco? Plays super greedy. Going for horse call already. He just has like such a good base for being greedy. Come do damage at me, bro. Look at the walls that T90's gonna have to go for. He's pushing deer. Wants to delay the farms. The Cillians, do you really not want to get the farm upgrade? Yeah, I think he has to. Going for it now. The one archer, a couple of skirms. See what he does. Just delaying farms as long as he can. Pushing another ibex in, still has other sheep. Gonna move out now. Argh's economy, man. 7 farms. Looking pretty sick. He is safely walled. Playing his full greed. Could take the stone if he wanted to. Look at this, look at the walls, it's just so awkward. Really hard to reinforce them if you do need to like go for secondary walls behind it. He is starting to tap away on the front here. Doesn't have fletching, so just gonna tickle these villagers. These two militia really aren't doing too much. T90's not concerned about it at all. Farms being dropped on his side, there's 3 farms here. 10 down from Argh already. Here comes the range, and I just need a few skirmishers to defend. super, super greedy. Love to see it. No issues at all. Moving over to gold. Already thinking about Castle Age. Could deny all the wood lines here if you just move out the army. Or you could at least delay villagers chopping wood. I think you should move over now. Wood's a lot more important than a couple of berries at the front. Unless you're going to chase as well. Forward towers. Not a huge option for Sicilians, because you are going to have to make dungeons. Oh, is he overchopped that? Not quite. Oh! Actually, I'm in the wood line now. Gonna lose a scout though, which makes it a little bit sloppy. Scoutums are gonna engage. Falls up again. Blacksmith? Not yet. Argh. Not both the buildings yet either. He's gonna need to make a blacksmith soon. He looks totally fine. Looks in a good spot. Does look in a good spot. Blacksmith in the back. More farm still being dropped by T90. Not a lot going on. Argh does have 35 seconds of idle, so he has lost a villager there. For his own error. It is standard victory in this tournament. Imagine someone going for a super campy wonder right in the back. Having to push up the hills if you have like castles everywhere. Trebs behind it. My goodness. They are going to click up at similar times. Second building yet from T90, as you can see on the capture age overlay. Not realized. As not realized. Yep. 6 villagers putting up that blacksmith, but Argh is already on the way, and looks like Argh just gonna play crossbow. And you're gonna have all the extra wood with Burmese, but it's gonna be nice enough for the meantime. It's not something that's gonna particularly scale well as the game goes on. Would like to see second range and go very early ballistics as well. Might struggle to find damage, and T90 is already preparing the stable switch. I think Pike Siege going up this hill would be very, very difficult. Very difficult to kill anybody off on this map. Don't add in crossbows of his own though. And Sicilians do get Argh. Dead. I wonder if he TCs at home. TC here. Gold. It's only got 700 gold. Gonna wall up safely though. Okay, gonna go monastery too. Okay. Argh's res is really good, man. He's got to add TCs. Got to spend his food. Otherwise, it's just going to be sitting there doing nothing. TC out here, which should not be terrible. Bit onto Bodkin. Argh is in Castle Age and he's not got Bodkin yet. What is going on? Also not research crossbow. What? What is he doing? Okay, he's seeing this out from T90 is nice. Argh fast imp. For what? This is just weird. It's been A recurring thing in the games though. Okay, it's made us stable too. Crossbow numbers are great now. Look at these, 10 crossbows. How many bells go down? 1. 2. Honestly, Tristan's unfortunate it's not more. Could still hit these ones. 3, 4. 4 villagers dead. Now it's a 7 villager swing. Army's clearing up here for Argh, but Belgium maybe doesn't want to invest too much into the archer line. But still doesn't make a lot of sense for me. They'll go crossbow and you go bodkin. Crossbow micro in the games have not looked great. T90 has knights. And a free TCs himself at home. Argh's gonna be on free TCs as well. Honestly being added? Nope, not yet. Chip away on these numbers if we can. First relic coming in. It is standard victory, guys. Should be standard victory. No armor on the knights. There is only 8 crossbows here, but they should go down relatively quickly. You can just see how much the health bar goes down. Mangonel's exposed. Knight should snag it. It's got +1 on the archers here. Good job from T90 so far. He's on 3 TCs. Got a booming economy behind it. He's doing a great job spending his food. You can see Argh is falling behind. He got that 3rd TC up. Wasn't utilising a lot of his res when he got to Castle Age. Weird. And I don't know what his plan is. Not sure he does either. And honestly on the way now. T90's just gonna have a really nice sequel. Horsecollar, double the farm count, double the food count, should I say. Gold slightly exposed. What's the game plan, bro? What is the game plan? T90 just rotating around. There's still no attack upgrades. Only 1 defensive upgrade.
T90 clapping Argh as hard as I am for Paradox.
Oh wow. Thank you, Mr. Tom Snuffles. Not finding too much with the knights as Argh. He does chase away the crossbows in the meantime, but the eco difference is growing. 69 villagers to 55. Sure what Argh's intending to do there. He's getting some more farms down. Okay. You take your eyes off Burmese eco. And your wood count just goes up and up. Crossbows are kind of moving away now, a little bit scared. I think T90 is he's just chilling. Feels really safe at home. He's heavy on stone now. He's got ranges, he's got stables. Lumber camp is nearly used up everything there. Shouldn't get too complacent though. The eco difference is starting to grow, and the one thing I am concerned about is he's not get any center control. He has got a few knights out now. I mean, he is coming with villagers. Now, does he just place a castle aggressively? Ideally, you do want to have gold control. He's only got this left, guys. He's only got this, which is 400. It's not even going to be enough to get him to Imperial Age. And if he castle drops to TC, actually not going to get him anything in terms of gold. Actually, buying the last 100 stone here would be really rough. I guess he can still TC here, right? Guess he can still TC here. I would prefer the gold to be secure. I'll say that. And like I said with the Burmese, look at the wood count now. Golden and Orph is pretty safe. Yeah, but he's not moved out there yet. He hasn't moved out there yet. Nothing's as safe as the castle. Get some good map control in the middle. Get some a good pushing point onto the hill here. I'll deny the TC in the end, but I would just prefer being a little bit more protective. Some of these crucial resources here, the gold and the stone. Here comes the Siege Workshop. Afternoon, Neil. Afternoon, Nick. I'll take the gold for the meantime. Doxed. They can play that game. A good night number from Argh now. Does get one night. T90's Monk Micro isn't something to be desired, that's for sure. Gonna get Bloodlines afterwards now as well. Does have enough for a castle of his own, does Argh. Looks like he wants to make a big ram push, but the gold income at this point is looking pretty sad. Army numbers starting to swing as well. He's behind, just gonna pull back, castle will go up. The gold ink is 0 gold for T90. I said it would happen. He's got a pop in eco though. Trying to bake in, or at least just deny wood in the meantime. Also monitoring that gold is really nice. Okay, it's like a gold map, this one. Is that open still? Bruh. It's open, right? Maybe there's a piece of wood there. Am I really not in range? Oh my god, that just like froze your perspective so much with the hill. Okay. Having to react to this. I'm gonna just get a good shot on the crossbows. Burmese Knights do have full upgrades, okay. 112 villagers now for Tristan. Still not on that gold yet. Gonna build an Argh castle here, decided to build it more forward. And the map control is looking nice. I won't think 4 rams is enough, guys. I'm afraid. You're gonna need more than 4 rams. Doesn't have huge numbers though. And there is 9 knights here. Another ram's coming over. I think a little bit more patience would have been good. T90 is going to lose some vills. 1 ram does go down. And honestly, the ram should just take care of the palisade pretty damn quickly. Only going to be able to make light cav now. Would have liked to see the relics come in. There's a light cav in the back. Hopefully the arm by notices and go and deals with it. Has left the rams now. I know, like, UK to Florida is not even far, or Florida to UK is not even far. Doing a good job being active with his army though, his T90, look at that. Eco KD 25-2. Castle is being repaired. Light cav coming over. Still getting villager kills in the back, but the light cav is going to get taken care of. Gold income is on its way. 0 gold for Argh now. And he calls GG. T90 taking a 1, and we've got T90 versus Nili, let's go!